Episode 2. Hey, look, look, I'm hyped now. Hey, this week's episode 2. What you can do in your business today. Welcome to the Business Lab Unfiltered, where me, Omegia Keeys, and my business partner and best friend,
Kathy Taylor,
provide you with business tips and trade secrets, along with the good, the bad, and the ugly of being an entrepreneur. Together, we are your digital business coaches. Hey. Are we still in the New Year phase? Are we? New Year, New You?
No.
Oh, okay, we over that. Okay, yep. Because if I see that meme of that chick that they have revised, I think they did it from 2018, 2019, 2020. That lady walking up and down the stairs. You know what I'm talking about? The lady walking down the stairs, she talking about leave, basically all this drama behind. If I see that hoe again, I'm a drop kicker.
Am I on the right podcast? This sounds like some true crime.
Oh, my bad. Seriously, it's just that if you didn't learn from 2018, 2019, and 2020, you just dragging those bad habits from your 1 year to the next.
You do know sometimes some of us have to knock our head a few times before we get it.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? In the meantime, you can check out that True Crime Remix on podcast too. That's streaming on there, hosted by your girl. Yeah, you could check that out too.
I'll check it out.
Okay, yeah. I've always been a true crime fan, so me knocking her back down them stairs, that's just me. But no, seriously, if you aren't learning, there's a thing, it's cool.
Yeah, your films. I know I have to read everything. She's crazy, y'all.
I do make her read everything. The reader in me, you have to bounce it off of somebody. So yes, she does get to read everything. She's wearing, one of those shirts with a lot of that stuff that we read today. Today's episode is brought to you by donors. Yes. And Lab Cosmetics. Yes. Yeah. Donors.
Again, you guys, she's crazy, but crazy in a good way. Gotta love her.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I do make you read it, but you enjoy it and you tell me where I need to improve, enhance, whatever. Yep. So that's cool. What you excited about though?
We're in a new year. So I'm excited, number one, just to be here with you.
I mean, you was just here with me last week. It's cool.
I know, but it's 2022.
Yes, it is. If you happen to hear a bit of this on this little bit of audio right now, we are not at our usual location. So therefore, you may hear a little bit of sound from the neighbors. Let's just put it that way. But we'll be loud enough to drown them out.
That's
and
right.
I can roll with that because I don't have time to go out there and start a neighborhood feud today.
Didn't we discuss this is not true crime?
Right. But I did just come off of filming that. So, I'm in that zone. Anyway, we're going to talk to you guys about what you can do in your business today. I'm also excited about some things that we have coming up because we do have the courses, we do have the ebooks, but we are going to do a webinar and a conference later on in the year. So I'm excited for those things. Those are on our list. Yeah, remember last week's episode, we told you to write down your goals and stuff like that. So that's on our goals. So they're written down and we're checking them off as we go.
I can't wait to see you on stage. What? Overcoming, your shy. 2022. Let's bring it.
Oh my gosh, you said I'm on the stage overcoming. But can I be like this? Can I be like this on that stage?
Absolutely.
Hey, then I could do that.
And if you are that way, people will get it. They
Okay.
understand. But anyway, when you're passionate about something, you free flow anyway. So you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna do good. I'm excited. But you have a few other things coming up. I know that you're gonna be on stage. Doing an event January 15th.
In a few days. Shoot, look, in a few days. I forgot about that. Yes, as a panelist for the short film with timeless entertainment.
Are you ready? I'm so excited.
I was until you asked me. Like I was cool until you said it.
You on things.
Oh my gosh!
Booking you for things and
yes.
Allowing you to do all of the talking.
Girl, whatever. Yes. One thing we didn't discuss before is like how you are also a manager. So I brought her on to be my manager too. She just could do all the things because she can go and do that hard stuff and let me be creative. So I love it. So yeah, I'm booked for a few things that I did not plan on being booked for, but I love it and I'm embracing it. So I think I'm gonna have real fun being on a panel because I love film.
But also it's another part of our business, and people get to actually get in your head. And if you guys haven't already, we'll be featuring Surviving America a little. The trailer of that will be shown at the event, so there'll be an opportunity for people to see also that other side of the business we talk about in our films.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people get confused. Like, because when we talk about having a digital business, it's having those digital assets. And I know some people look at us and they see that we're filmmakers and we help other people in business, but they're like, film, you're physically, that's not something digital. That's absolutely digital.
Yes.
We just doing the work, creating the content behind the scenes for it to be digital. It's a lot, process. The process is a lot longer, but it's there. Oh shoot.
But you're excited about this stuff.
So. Man, I'm more than excited, because of that, the courses, the panel, like we're gonna have that webinar where they could register for the webinar when we do it, and we're going to keep that at about $197 because child, I remember one time I paid for a course. It ended up being a recorded webinar, and you remember when I paid for that? That was that was 2017. Actually, I paid $3,000 for that course. Kathy almost choked me. But I wanted to learn. And then I was so embarrassed to talk to Kathy afterwards because she asked me how I was after I took the courses. Because she asked me how did it go. And I had to tell her, like, I already knew everything that they taught me. But, and some of the videos, they didn't even play all the way through. Like, it was cutting off on the end, like when the part where you're actually supposed to learn something. Like the video literally just cut off mid-sentence. My feelings were hurt, but that was 2017. And I was just so excited to learn, from someone, about business because I thought it was some more stuff that I needed to learn. And I am that person that will go look at videos and things like that. And I was really excited though.
Okay, but the key thing in that is, as we talked about last week, learn.
Yes.
So you were trying to learn. So, and in business, you'll realize that some of the stuff, you do know. It's just you may have to take a new approach to it, of getting it done. But
yeah, that's true. Sometimes you have to take a new approach, and sometimes it takes you hearing it again to actually sink in.
The reminders.
Yeah, because literally, I mean, with us, we could literally be holding conversations and it'll be stuff that, I'm thinking of when we talk it through and you'd be like, okay, you do that already. And I'm just like, I do. It's like, it's like you're already doing it already. So what's the hard part?
Yeah. But, because we do a lot, sometimes I don't think a lot of the times we realize the magnitude just of us, of, the things that we do because we constantly are doing so much, helping so many people, developing new things. And it's a lot. It's a lot being us.
It is a lot. And speaking of that, I want to go back to, it was something that I posted the other day, and I was just being me, and I was just randomly making this post. Yes, I am strolling to the post on my phone while we are recording this because
And, and while she's scrolling it, but you guys, we do have our webinar almost here, January 29th. So make sure you register. We still have a few more slots, but spaces are limited. So just for registering, you're going to get our book, our Mastering Business Like a Boss, plus the bonus PDF, Social Media Like a Boss, all for
$197. Yeah, and those captions. I'm thinking about throwing in those captions, which are over. It's like over 300 captions you can use. Like, it's insane. I'm thinking about that. We on the fence. I might, depending. Maybe if you register and say you watched our podcast or something like that, I might do it for those people. Who knows?
This is how I know she's changing before she started talking about that post, because remember, this is the same woman who say I give away everything. But she's ready to give away everything. Everything. So I'm gonna have to reel her back in, because she's like right now super excited about all of this. And if I may wake up one morning, she's like, Kathy, I just put it out there for free.
No, he ain't. Okay. But anyway, like, I ain't that crazy. Okay. But going back to that post that I made, when we were talking about, making lists and having goals and everything last week, like, I just made that post. This was a recap post of 2021. What we did, released our documentary, started another business. It was another business in the aspect of filmmaking, going to another side of it, and helping, taking on that project, finishing a feature film, which was Faded. Hey, that is still in editing, but it's moving along lovely. Took on a major client for our business behind the scenes. Can't get the client's name, but we took on a new client. Scripts and review with Major Productions. Yep. Revised 2 feature films and a series. Yep. I said launching a new brand in a few weeks, but that time is here. The brand is launched, and that is Master Your Digital Business Like a Boss. So we are here. I did write my 45th book. I cannot believe I wrote 45 books. My 45th book was released. Yep. I graduated with my second bachelor's in 2021. My first one was in 1997, but I felt before I took on an MBA, I needed to brush up a little bit. So I finished my second bachelor's and rolled right into the MBA program. And I'm still on the president's list. Yeah. So there's that.
And let me mention something also we haven't really talked much about, but adding to this year, I've celebrated 14 years in business.
Yes.
And you celebrated 12. And
no, it's actually 13. I'm discounting. It's 13. 13. Yeah.
13 years and 14 years in business. And that is huge. So all of that stuff that, phenomenalness that Mimi has, just ran down the list, because she does so much, you guys. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm proud of us.
But I ran down that list to say someone responded, and she said she had us on their vision board for 2021 and will be putting us back on their vision board for 2022. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on somebody's vision board, like who they're aspiring to be. Wow, that blew me away right there. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
That's why this is important for us to do, because I have a young man that has been trying to work with me for a couple years. And truthfully, I was telling Omegia that I was literally
gonna say a choke on it. She was about to call me Mimi. Kathy can call me Mimi, and I have no problem with that. I only have issues with people that don't know me when they come up to me and try to be like, hey, Mimi, because once again, me and my boundaries.
I have to practice.
Me and my boundary space. She's fine. Just call me Mimi. I am Mimi to her. Don't you come up on me off the street and calling me Mimi. My name is Omegia, or Miss Keeys if you're nasty. No.
Okay.
Janet Jackson.
Okay. I can't with her. But I forgot. I was saying something about a young
You were
man.
talking about your young man, your client that wants to be your client.
Yes, and a lot of times, people are watching us, and this helps us, people to get insight on who we are, our businesses. And one of the things he says to me all the time is he called me legend.
Because you are a legend.
And I'm just like, wow, those are big shoes to fill. And a lot of times, I'll hear certain things, or people calling me other names, and I'm like, it becomes a whole lot to fill those shoes. And so when we started discussing this, I was like, oh, this is an easier way to put things out there that I don't have to do all of the talking and be in front of people all the time. This is awesome.
Yeah, it works great for me too that I can send somebody the links now versus trying to have a conversation and them not understanding that I'm in my creative zone and over there freaking out where they're trying to ask me questions that they probably think are simple and I'm up over there, oh my gosh, my life, all this, yeah, and I'm going through my moments.
Because we do have our moments.
Yeah, we do, and I'm acknowledging it a lot more because I want people to understand that. Like, we all have our moments, we all have our boundaries, we all have everything. But you know what? Let's go ahead and dive in with the 10 things that you can do in your business today to help you be successful. Number 1, Kathy.
Know who you are and your why.
Yeah. Yeah. Know your why. You know, my why is what pushes and drives me to help people is because I don't want anybody else sitting up on the side of that road like I was. When I was like, I felt so low, lost. I didn't have anyone I could talk to. I couldn't go to my family. I couldn't go to anything. And I literally thought I was dying. Like, I was sitting on the side of the road, literally over there dying. And the reality was, didn't nobody give a damn.
Hmm.
And so I want to be that person, not mentally. I can't help y'all mentally because I'm sorry, I'm so blunt. I don't want you going off of the cliff talking to me. Please don't. But I want to help you in the business that way with your business. So you don't have all of these things stacked up against you. I don't want you to go through the bumps that we went through in our businesses, losing money and all this other stuff. So that's like my why.
Well, I'll share a little bit about my why. Um, and a big piece of it is I know for me, my daughter is always watching. She watches everything I do. And knowing that she's watching, I want to be able to create a community where I give and I help everyone, around me to become better. My goal is just to create awesomeness in whatever I do, I touch, because I know if I'm doing that for a lot of people, my daughter watches that and she'll mimic that behavior. So that's
Aw.
really important to me.
That's good because giving back, building the legend is building on those legacies. That's what she's doing, and I like that too. And like the why your why is so important in knowing that because it's gonna keep you going in your
Yes.
business. That's what's gonna keep you going. That's gonna drive you. Sales are great, everything, but you can get overwhelmed and everything. But when you know your why, yeah, you can keep it going. Let's roll on to number 2.
Be intentional and persistent.
Yes. How you stand out. I am definitely both of those. Definitely intentional and persistent. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm probably halfway already done with it. First of all, I think you're the only person I ever tell that I'm even going to do something. I don't even tell my husband half of the stuff that that I'm in the middle of doing. He knows. He knows that. He knows that I love him to death, but like a lot of stuff, I hold it in and I just want to work through it without these second opinions or any of this other stuff. And that being persistent about it, like we're both, if it's something that we want, we go after it. We are persistent.
Very persistent. And I know I hear it all the time. I think Leo tells me all the time, you just don't know how to stop or say no. Once I have my mind fixed on something, it's going to happen. It's going to get done. And if you can't do it, move out of my way.
Right, move, get out the way. Oh no. Okay, no. We do not have the rights to that song. So, I'm sorry, Luda. My bad.
But Luda, if you would like to sponsor our podcast,
Hey, we would love that.
we will
Hey.
sing. I will give her another mic and let her karaoke
Yeah.
all day long.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, but now
speaking of, we talking about some sponsors. Okay, once I'm saying it back again. This episode is sponsored by two of our brands, Lab Cosmetics, Like a Boss Cosmetics, and Donors, our project Donors, which we are currently in pre-production for filming. So, hey, if you want to help us make that one come true, you can always reach out to us on that.
This is going to be an excellent project. You guys have
Don't get me started.
Idea.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Oh, I'm going to get you started, but we're going to finish up and roll into our third one.
Oh, shoot. Know that everybody is not for you. Woo! Everybody is not for you. And that's okay.
I'm going to let her just take this one because I struggle with this one because I like people. So I'm just going to zip it.
Oh my gosh. No, my thing is this, it is great to collab in businesses. But if you think everybody is for you, you're going to waste a lot of money. And that's not okay because we don't want you out here broke. You're going to roll up into these partnerships and realize that they're just not for you. Heck, you roll up into some partnerships with people like your business and they want to be around your business just to try to steal your ideas. That person is not for you.
And boy, have I had that happen.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Because I'm a giver and I'm a doer, and people see,
they see that and they want to take advantage of it, but they just don't know I'm a cuddle.
Oh, wow. I have a lot of watchdogs, so beware.
Hey, no, but serious, when people see that you're good and you have something great, they could not even have a business idea and they just want to take over and take it from you and steal. It's a lot of thieves out there.
Yeah. And let's roll right into number 4. It's really about having integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what they say when you're in a room. It's what they say when you're not in the room.
That's right. When you walk away, what are they saying about you, behind your back when you walk away? I know a lot of people can say a lot of things about me, but one thing that they can't say is that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to business. They can't say that I don't have my stuff together. Really, the only thing they can say is they can make up some lies when I walk away, but that's about it. But one thing that they, that they can't say is that I've ever done anybody wrong.
Their work ethic is strong. Okay.
Yep.
Number 5 is a big one here in Atlanta.
Woo! Scammers! Avoid them. Avoid them scams.
Learn everything you can yourself and learn the people who you are going into business with.
Oh, child. Yes. Let me tell y'all a little story about it. Look, once upon a time, not long ago, me did a film and it did not show.
Oh, my.
Oh my gosh, first starting out, actually for the web series for Donors, I thought I had a great, group of people. I was one of the people, I want to start the film. Don't get me wrong. I know every aspect when it comes to filmmaking. I know every job from A to Z. I could jump in anywhere, but I hire people to lighten that load. And at this time, I just wanted to do this web series. People let me film up in their house. We had been filming for a couple of days. They were just really getting comfortable with me. Everything. One of them was supposedly a producer. I didn't find out till later that man ain't produced a dead dog. That's me not cussing.
I'm gonna tilt my hat down because I can speak on.
Yeah. Like that man hadn't produced a dang thing. And basically the whole scam was to get me comfortable being up over there so they can steal my equipment and everything and basically they stole every single thing that I had. And this was me just starting out in the film business, not starting out in the film world, but doing it myself, being the filmmaker. So I had filmed 4 episodes and the monkey stole everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got me. They stole everything. Then we had a scammer on another film, but that person didn't get anywhere because when you got you a strong team, them scammers get nowhere.
See, I'm quiet because I could write. You know what? We're gonna write a whole book just about our experiences on that.
On scamming, on being
Man.
scammed, well, trying to be scammed. Oh yeah. So that's it. Be aware, be alert. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Heck, we just one of our people on our team with filmmaking just got scammed out of some money, but that was because that person sees how much we do. She was too scared to come to us and ask her for help, so she went to other people. But we would have helped. She was scared because she knows we do so much, and that's the thing. She respected our time, so she thought she was respecting our time and going to some other folks. And we had to end up filming it anyway. Put it that way. Look, we had to end up cleaning up and doing it anyway.
And let me say this about some scams and scammers. Every now and then you can just be God, okay?
Yeah, get God.
But a lot of times you have seen some of the signs.
Yeah.
You hear some of the stories, and you have to take accountability of your part in it. So we're not talking about all of the warning signs that you've been given, and you still go out and do something ridiculous.
No, because if you do that, that's on you.
That's on you. So we've experienced it all. Just beware.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research.
Right. So we're moving on from scams into number 6. Get your credit right. Get your credit right if you want. We're talking about business. This is just not for the average everyday person that we're talking to. We're talking to you as a business owner. Get your credit right because your credit helps you build your freaking business.
Yes.
If you want to get
personal credit.
Yeah, get your personal credit right so you can continue to build your business credit, because regardless of what everybody says, as you're growing with your business credit, some things are going to do that PG, that personal guarantor, and that's going to be your personal credit. But getting your personal credit together frees up so much. You're not stressed. You're not worried about
your money because your
all the interest rates. Woo, Lord, yeah. Keep building on that and focus, and it's going to help you a lot of business. When my businesses first started out, especially when it came to films. Yes, I had the books, and the books were doing great. Turning 5-7K a month with them books was awesome. But filmmaking, we're talking a lot of money when you're talking filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a credit card queen when it came to domestic seduction, but that was because I had good credit. Yeah. And that's how I was able to knock it out and get it done on the credit cards. And I had to pay them back, but it still wasn't, I had to pay it back right now.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a science to that too.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Whole thing right there. One day we might flip that credit up on there on one of them courses, but I don't know. I don't know yet if I want to dive back up into that, because people like to come to me and ask me to help them with their credit. No. Mm-hmm. Look at this. Look at that video.
Yes. But I mean, we still have that piece to where you can still get a guide to do it yourself.
Yeah, we do have credit books. Ta-da! How about that? Yeah, that's on Amazon.
Number 7. Stop being afraid again to learn new things.
Not just to learn. Try.
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't hurt to go for it.
Yeah, like you're so scared to learn and do things a new way. I remember when I first started the book publishing company, and Amazon was, they were known for the ebook. We're just getting known for the ebooks when I started that, people thought I was stupid for making all my books ebooks. That was the funny thing, because I was running myself ragged going to all those book festivals. Like, at that time I was still in the military. So trying to go to the book festivals, on the weekend, whenever they weren't trying to hate on me and make me do something so I couldn't go to them. But doing the book events, the ebooks, that was a huge change for me. I mean, the money that I was making, because when I switched to the ebooks, I started having people in the UK buy my books, people in Japan buy my books. Like, I was really killing it on the sales that way. So that's the crazy part. And before y'all come for me, when we're talking about these books, I did not write those books up under my name. I have a bunch of pseudonyms that I have used over the years. So don't be talking about I tried to look you up and this is all that I found. No, I did not write those books up under my actual name, due to the content and due to the fact that I was still in the military. So disclaimer right there. But the point was, that's how I was really able to fully transition. That saved me, and how I was able to get out the military and move on was because those ebook sales. Like, I was killing it with the ebook so much. It was the big time publishers trying to come like after me and take me, wanting to give me deals, but the deals just weren't for me. For the amount of money I was making, those deals, it just didn't make sense. Like, I would be hurting myself if I literally went under them when I was already doing everything before them. So now, yeah, that was kind of crazy.
So what you did was created a niche for yourself.
You dang right, I was. And it was a straight niche market. Yeah, it was a niche. It was a niche because the big companies were not doing like ebooks back then. Yeah, so it was absolutely a niche.
So that's another great tip to add in under number 7A.
Number 7A, find your niche. Yeah, which we go into huge detail in the book and on the course on how to find that and find what works for you. We give examples. We do all sorts of stuff like that. It's lovely, 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 good stuff. Yep, but you can find that in those places. So number 8, I'm gonna say this one: surround yourself with like-minded people. Social media is great for this, because if you can't all have a Kathy, then I suggest you go on social media.
And you can't have me.
There you go. She said it. You can't have her. Surround yourself with the like-minded people. And I just want to continuously say that because it's a mindset. That mindset, it can keep you going. Social media has these wonderful groups that you can go in, but you still have to find a right group. Don't go in a group with a bunch of negative unless that's the output that you want to get is negative.
Yes.
There are a bunch of groups for whatever it is you're passionate about, business wise. There's business groups.
Yes.
I mean, hey, Clubhouse has wonderful groups with, shoot, you can get on there with John Lee, and millionaires, which that's one of the people that I listen to, because the man is a millionaire and he's always dropping these dimes, and it's awesome. So I would say listen to someone like that who's already in that position of where you're trying to go. You don't want to be in a group with a bunch of people that say that they're business owners and they don't have a business. Like, a lot of people like that, they want to give that advice and they're not even in that realm. If you have a toothache, you're not going to your mechanic. You're going to your dentist. So with those like-minded people trying to do what you're trying to do, you don't want your family and your friends are not the like-minded people. And I'm going to be clear. Kathy is my best friend, but we are business partners. We would not be business partners if we were not of the like minds, business-minded, because that would just be stupid.
But also, even in that, is to understand your lane in it.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
Because I know what I'm great at and you know what you're great at, and then coming together makes that work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's being on the same page. So that likeness is just understanding, and also like the people who you're around.
Oh God, yeah. And when we say find like-minded people, we're not saying find those people that are yes men people, yes this. find those people that are going to tell you the hard truths, that are going to tell you this isn't what, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, we do. We give it out, as raw, cut, unfiltered. We give it out, sometimes, sometimes it's hard to hear that, what you're doing ain't shit. But it's
and we're actually going to get into more of that on the next episode. I think it's the next episode we have a business.
It might be. We're going to talk about it. You'll know when we get there. Look. Number 8.
Number 8 is number 9. We're on number 9.
Oh, 9. Oh gosh.
Legitimize your business.
Yes. Legitimize your business. Register your business. Get an EIN. Get a bank account. Legitimize your business. Don't be on Facebook talking about some inbox me when people are, asking for prices or anything like that. Unless it's a certain service you provide, let's talk about that. Because, event coordinating, event planning, all of that. That's an inbox me, because those are different services. All the prices are not going to be the same for that. That's completely different. Now, if you're up there on social media and you're selling a dang on shirt, if you say inbox me, guess who will never see an inbox from me? Yeah, don't do that. Like that, set your rates, set your service. If you had a website, if you had all this other stuff, if you registered your business, if you had an EIN, if you had a bank account, if you had a website, you would not be on Facebook talking about some inbox me.
Yes. Yeah. And I hear it all the time with clients that I'm working with. And I'm asking simple questions. Are you registered with the Secretary of State? Do you have a checking account? A lot of people in business do not have a checking account.
And I find that so crazy because like even on the last contract that we took on, that person was really thrown off when I was like, no, you cannot write these checks to me. You got to write them to my business.
Yes.
I was thrown off at the fact that they were trying to cut me a check, but but the fact that it's like, no, that goes to my business.
And I've had someone, shocked that I didn't want a check written out to me in my name.
Yeah.
I write it out to, the business.
Yeah, that's the point. It goes to the business. Like, you're not sitting up here writing these checks to me or us. It is, the
running a business. It's
the business. I mean, other thing with the business is people are really funny when they're trying to book and schedule me for things. And I'm like, okay, I need you to talk to Kathy. And that portion of it is because that is the business. You are the manager. Mm-hmm. That stuff needs to go through you because there are things in there. That's not my lane. Mm-hmm. That's not my lane. That's a legit business. Our business is legit. I need to run it through the proper channels. So, that's how it goes. But let's go ahead and get them number 10.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about your family or your friends supporting you. No. Most of them will not.
No.
And be okay with that. Yeah. You have to be okay with it.
I can absolutely say for the book business and for the films, when you're talking family, you're talking friends, I can say less than 10% are supporting that. Some of them, like, it's so funny that like some people in my family claim that they don't even know what I do, even though I talk about it all the time. Like, I don't know how you don't know what I do. I don't know how, people still will ask me, am I still running track? I literally ran track in college. I graduated when I was running track. I graduated in 1997. We're out here working on our businesses, and they'll shift the conversation to that to try to bring you back so they don't have to support. And what I'm saying is like support. I'm not talking about monetary wise. I'm talking about, sharing a post, even liking a post of you talking about your business or anything like that. That's what we're talking about. But this is what, this one thing that you learn in our course, your family and friends aren't your target audience anyway. So like when you know who your target audience is, you're not going to sit there and worry about if your family and your friends are supporting you. Let them be what they are, family and friends. But for me, if you're a true friend anyway, I'm going to support you anyway. So it don't matter. Unless your business is some janky stuff, then I'm going to be like, I can't support that. But I'm going to tell you why.
Yes, you will.
Did you have to roll your eyes at me on that one? Like looking up at the ceiling on that? Like, no. I'm gonna tell you why, not in a mean way. I'm not gonna be mean with you about it, but I'm gonna try to give you ways to help you, tips that you can use. And if you can go by those tips, or you can call me a bitch or whatever anyway, but I'm trying to help you if you want my support, especially if you want my coins. Especially if you want my coins, they're gonna have to be, you're gonna have to come with it. I can't be sitting out here teaching people about business, but then over here supporting you and you couldn't even build a website.
That part.
You telling me inbox me. That's what we won't do. So let's do a quick recap of all the steps that it was. It was number 1, know who you are and your why. Number 2,
Be intentional and persistent.
number 3, know that everybody is not for you.
Have integrity.
Absolutely, that was number 4. Number 5, avoid those scams. Number 6,
Get your credit right.
number 7, stop being afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. I can't sing, but you get the point.
Number 8, surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yes, like-minded people. Like-minded people. Surround yourselves with those people. Number 9,
Legitimize your business.
register it. Get an EIN. Get a bank account. Get a website. Do all the things of building your foundation. You hear me?
Yes. Number 10.
Number 10, stop worrying about if your friends and your family support you. Who cares? There will be so many people out there, thousands of people. Let me tell you, when it comes to them books, half my family didn't even know I was writing those books or that I was sitting on the bestseller list.
Wow.
But I was killing it. I even had somebody try to be funny at a family function, talking about some, I heard you around here calling yourselves an author. And I had sold 10,000 books that month.
Isn't that crazy? But you guys have to realize the reason the internet is called the World Wide Web. There's so many more people who you will reach. And I know myself because, even my book, I haven't done a lot of, just promoting lately on it. And when I get that little message to pop up every quarter, I'm like, oh,
Yes.
So it's people around the world who I have never talked to, never marketed, and it's just because it's out there. So it's bigger than you. So stop. It's bigger than your friends. It's bigger than your family. And acknowledge those who are your friends and family that do support you. Appreciate them.
Right.
But it's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's like Surviving America. I had teachers reaching out to me from Iowa, Oklahoma, things like that, reaching out to me and asking me, did I want to speak to their class off of that book? They're way in other states. So who cared what my family and friends thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was so many people like that. But you know what? There you have it. All those 10 steps. Yeah. You could implement each one of those today. Like right now, you can start that.
Yes.
Those are easy steps. And they may seem like so easy and so simple that you may feel like you didn't really get much. But if you actually do the steps,
yes,
you will realize how much you actually got from them and how peaceful it would be when you implement those steps,
And these are really simple things.
Yeah.
The work may not be as simple, but what we're going over is nothing that, most of us haven't gone through.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
Yeah. And these are steps that we have gone through ourselves. We may have gone through them out of order before. I had to even get over it when it came to, why am I worried about my family and friends not buying my stuff? Like, I was literally, seriously, I made a joke about it earlier, but I'm saying seriously, when it came to even when it came to lab cosmetics, those sales, they weren't by our family, and that's okay. That's okay. But it didn't stop us from having the sales.
Yeah. And I think I I kind of got over a lot of that. When you have done network marketing,
Mhm.
you're used to so many people telling you no that you get used to it. So it becomes easier, of just going through the no's and not, your friends and family don't support you. Sometimes, it frustrates you, but once you get over it, now you're like, okay, I could take on anything. So now I don't worry about it. Those who do, those who don't.
And that's okay. The whole point is it's about doing the steps needed to improve your business.
Yes.
Those are 10 steps. Oh, girl, where can they find us? Oh, shoot. You gonna point back at me. Look, at Business Like a Boss Inc. on Facebook and social media. Be sure if you need more information, you can get the book.
Yes.
You can get the books. You can get the book on the website.
And right now the book is how much on the website?
It is $27. Yay! You can get that. But you know what I gotta say?
What else?
Until next time, this is the Business Lab Unfiltered with Omegia Keeys
and Kathy Taylor.